Hey guys, are you ready? I'm here at Beijing Daxing Airport.
Yeah, I just arrived at Shanghai Pudong Airport, going to check in my luggage.
I'm at KLI Airport and I just checked in, waiting to board in a while.
That's great. I'm waiting for my plane too. What time is your flight?
Mine is at 2:30 p.m. It's about 9 hours long, so I'll arrive late in the evening.
Mine's at 2 p.m., so I'm just gonna practice my speech for tomorrow's tourism seminar while waiting for the announcement.
Same. I'm nervous, but I can't wait to arrive at Dubai.
Same here too. This tourism seminar is going to be great. I'm so excited to see what everyone keeps talking about.
Looking forward to finally meeting you guys there at Dubai Airport. Oh, I hear the boarding announcement. I'm gonna get going. See you guys in Dubai.
Have a safe flight.
We'll see you
We will
there.
see you there.
Bye guys.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Dubai for Global Tourism Seminar. Today we are honored to have Gigi Ali, Jenny, and Alex as our keynote speakers. They are going to share with us their study on the development of tourism in Dubai. Now Gigi will present her findings on three most important reasons for the successful development of Dubai as a tourist destination.
A tourism product is a combine of tangible and intangible elements, such as nature, culture, and man-made resources, attractions, facilities, service, and activities around the specific center of interest. Dubai has diversified its economic over the past few years in an effort to reduce its dependence on oil. The development for tourism is an important factor in this diversified. I have summarized three reasons for Dubai's success in development tourism. The first is infrastructures. The second is government support, and the third is geography. Let's take a look at those 3 points. Dubai combines physical infrastructures with this tourism development as a supporting product to help develop tourism. The infrastructures include hotels and airports. As we all know, the hotel in Dubai, there are luxurious and spectacular. Dubai has developed and designed spectacular and unusual hotels, sometimes even claiming to research 6 or 7 stars in order to attract more tourists to stay there. When a traveler goes to travel, someone wants to have a good place to stay in, a place for comfort and luxury. A place full of comfort is more attractive to tourists. Short-term rented says 60% of family travelers like to stay in hotel and 21% enjoying vacations. Booking seat offers an analysis that shows 73% for travelers appear to live in a greenhouse at least once in their life. This shows the importance for developing the hotel. Here we are going to introduce the Burj Al Arab. As we all know, this is the world's first 7-star hotel, designed by a British royal architect Tom Wright. It is known as the famous landmark of the Dubai, built on an artificial Islamic in the Persian Gulf, 280 meters from the beach, connected to the land only by a curved road. The hotel has 56 stories and it's 325 meters high, topped by a cantilevered apron that just out from the building's edge. Then there is Dubai's Emirates Palace, considered one of the largest and most luxurious hotels in the world. From one end of the hotel corridor to the other end, nearly a kilometer long, Sometimes customer in the restaurant after dinner or shopping cannot find the room, have to ask the waiter to lead the way back the room. The hotel also launched a premium 7-night package, which costs $1 million per person. Passenger can fly first class from all over the world to the hotel and stay in the large luxury suite. The suite has a 3-bedroom living room with a 6-inch plasma television and dedicated chef who lives 24 hours. Having such a hotel is enough to attract people from all over the world to visit Dubai. Dubai strives to provide tourists with good infrastructures and a standard for service for hotel. By constantly upgrading 5-star hotel, it has been able to maintain its reputation and to know how provide a quality experience. By doing so, it helps to attract more visitors. The second is air transport. The long distance of transport from air to travel. People can travel long distance, which is very helpful for traveling. Basically, they can travel across the mountain. Air transportation is through airway to travel long distance. It has helped to a lot as people can travel long journey as well as they can travel through high mountains. Dubai is home to one of the world's best airline, Emirates. It was founded on October 25, 1985. Emirates network from routes covers Europe, the Mid East, the Far East, Africa, Asia. Emirates' approach has helped establish Dubai as a stopover destination between Europe, Asia, where the tourists can rest their journeys between the two connections. Emirates offer more comfortable private suite in the first class cabin of its slightly aircraft. In first and business class, we offer porches and fit-like seating. Wi-Fi is available on some models. Economy class offer more room and ice entertainment. Passengers can receive next messages and emails, make and receive phone calls from their seat. With an airline like this, it attracts people from all over the world who want to come and experience the service of the best airline in the world. It also increased the number of people traveling to Dubai. Having such an airline is an important support for the development of tourism in Dubai. It is a key factor in the development of tourism. It is a means of transportation to help visitors get their destination. It is the model of transportation which helps the tourism to reach the destination. Dubai developed the tourism industry, but along with the airport and hotel industry, the support products are additional products provided add value to core products and help them stand out from the competition. Hotel and airline are support products to help the traveler industry grow. From the perspective of microenvironment, Dubai's politic and government positive role in the development of tourism in the country. Political stability and good public security. Dubai long-term political stability for the development of tourism has provided a good foundation. Strong management of foreigners who make up 90% for the population ensures good public order. Government lead free and open policies. The Dubai government regulates tourism as a strategic industry and activity promotes tourism as a catalyst for realizing its vision of becoming an international business and hub in the Middle East. He directed to break in the religion's restrictions and showed great tolerance to foreign industry and tourists in food, clothing, land, leisure, and other aspects. The development of Dubai hotels, airline, and even tourism cannot be separated from the support of government places. For example, the Emirates stand out with just one Boeing 373 and one Airbus A300 with Dubai's aggressive open sky policy. Emirates continue to development and expand to maintain its competitive edge and fully support the policy profitable year after year three of operation. The powerful and well-funded Dubai government agency Active Tourism and Business Marketing for Dubai was recently established in 1997. DTCM is now responsible for administrative responsibility with Dubai for hotel appointment, travel agency, travel couriers. Its supervisory role also includes the organization and licensing for all tourist, archaeological and heritage tourist sites, tourist conference and exhibition, tourist information service, and tour guides. The Department of Tourism and Commerce Marketing's mission is to position Dubai as a leading tourism destination and a commercial hub in the world. DTCM is the principal authority for the planning, supervisory, and development of the tourism sector in the Emirates. As part of its marketing role, the DTCM plans and implements an integrated program of international promotion publicity activities. This program includes exhibition participation, marketing visit, participation and road shows, formalization and assisted visit, advertising, brochure production and distribution, media relation and inquiry information service. Dubai's success is due to the first that it was the first country in the Gulf to decide the development seriously. It is a tourist destination in itself. Dubai location is relatively close to the world's two major tourism markets, namely Europe and Asia. It takes about 6 or 7 hours to take off from those two areas. The superior and convenient location create more visitors to Dubai. Dubai is a city in the desert as well as in the coast, and its geography advantage mean that tourists will not have to take part in a single tour, enjoying both the area and desert. For example, dune driving on sand is an adventure in itself. combined with the thrill of driving like a roller coaster, the challenge of staying moving on a moving surface. In addition, four-wheel driving, sand driving lessons, and export guidance are provided. Skins and those with a test for speed and passion for Euro sports will enjoy skiing in the dunes for the Dubai desert. The interior of the desert with special skills with high dune was chosen for the slips. Sand skiing can be arranged on request or unrequested and is part of an all-day or half-day safari. Visited in the district is especially popular for traveling. The evening's high point, spectacular view of the sunset is followed by a traditional Arabic barbecue under the stars. Those are some of the nature amenities. Individual hotels also offer shops, swimming pools, steam rooms, and water sports for an additional fee. This is man-made amenities. Dubai, by virtue of its geography advantage, has created both nature and man-made amenities for tourists. Amenities are the extra facility and service added with attraction, accommodation, and accessibility to create the tourism facility complement to the attraction to help Dubai in tourism industry development.
Thanks for Gigi's wonderful speech. Next, let's welcome Jenny to talk about the potential issues involved in tourism industry of Dubai.
Since the decision to diversify its economy and reduce its dependence on the oil industry, Dubai has adopted a very aggressive corporate strategy for its tourism in development. Simply to say, it is the bigger the better, with a fundamental and implicit objective to build a financial and tourist center to rival those of the West. The city itself has created thousands of architectural miracles and has produced a range of homegrown brands. As we can see here, Dubai Mall as world's largest shopping mall, Dubai Cup as world's largest prize money for a horse race, and the world-known Burj Al Arab, which is first recognized 7-star hotel in the world. Dubai government has met a lot of marketing issues while they are trying to promote the image of Dubai. As we can see here, the global tourists all has the impression that Dubai is soulless, like the Las Vegas of the Middle East, an artificial world with architectural megalomania and fake replicas and cosmopolitan population that has lost its sense of belonging. An analysis of 20 Dubai-based websites that promote the city as a tourist destination has shown large inconsistencies in the way that different kinds of actors communicate the image of Dubai. For example, while government actors promote the cultural heritage and the Arab roots of Dubai, private actors focus on modernity and product facilities. And therefore, the projected image provides a confusing brand positioning, and the issues of stakeholder collaboration and cooperation also need to be addressed. In this case, Dubai may have to look to wider market segments beyond the traditional luxury travel market, particularly through the development of budget hotels. In terms of pricing, Dubai is considered as an expensive short break destination. As we can see here in the left, the chart has shown that Dubai tops the first one as the daily rate, highest daily rate hotels among global cities. Here are some examples of contrasting images people are promoting of modernity of Dubai and the cultural side of Dubai. In the right side, here's a chart of consumer image associations for Dubai based on Grovers and Gold. So here we can see the top ones. In the top impression people are having for Dubai is hot, hotel, building and desert and shop. In the contrast, there are also people who have impression on culture and Arab. So here we can see there's a lack of sustainable development because little emphasis on community involvement in tourism in Dubai, and the model of development followed its central direction and large corporation control. With so many mega construction going on, Dubai has become the most vulnerable of the economies in the Middle East and North Africa to stricter coronavirus lockdown measures. In the left, we can see a GDP in 2020 of Dubai. So as we can see, Dubai's government-related entities, one of which triggered the Emirates debt crisis in 2009, have cumulative debts equal to $88.9 billion, which is more than 80% of Dubai's GDP. The coronavirus crisis follows a number of years of declining revenues for some of the Emirates' most important sectors, primarily real estate and hospitality. In addition, Dubai has suffered as the pandemic has decimated air travel and tourism, as well as other sectors like construction and real estate. Rating agency S&P estimates that Dubai's gross general government debt will reach about 77% of GDP in 2020. Here we can see a funny example. Here we know this picture is shows the Burj Khalifa, world's tallest building, and the funny part is the building was originally named Burj Dubai prior to its inauguration in 2010, but it was renamed in honor of the ruler of Abu Dhabi and president of UAE, Khalif bin Zayed Al Nahyan. Part of the reason is Abu Dhabi and the UAE government lent Dubai money to pay its debts. So Dubai is one of 7 sheikdoms of the UAE, including Abu Dhabi, Sharia, etc. And Dubai is probably one of the best known examples of a city brand that has established itself in a very short period of time while riding the waves of globalization. Later comes increasing competition from other places in the Gulf. And one major difference between Dubai and Qatar, Bahrain, or Abu Dhabi is that the latter three are resource-rich, while Dubai was forced to diversify its economy because it will soon run out of natural resources. Since Dubai has built up an image among the global audience combining Middle Eastern stereotypes with images of a modern, rich, glamorous metropolis. However, while the image of modern Dubai has been challenged by the global financial crisis, it seems that the competition in the region has stepped in. So here we can see several events going on in the Arab regions, such as Abu Dhabi, Bahrain, Grand Prix, and Qatar. Qatar was elected as host for the 2022 FIFA World Cup Soccer, and Oman, Saudi Arabia comes out television advertisements for their airlines, and Jordan, Israel, and Egypt with their developing Red Sea resorts. Plus Bahrain and Iran, Yemen. Dubai has very high summer temperatures, which is unusual for a Northern Hemisphere destination. As we can see here, for example, the Northern Hemisphere country, Stockholm of Sweden, has on average the warmest summer, which the maximum temperature is like 23 degrees in July. While in Dubai, we can see that in July, August, and September, we are getting the highest temperature of like 40 degrees. Therefore, these 3 months are not recommended to the tourists and are considered unbearable for travelers. Although Dubai is an Islamic city, emirate, it is quite liberal to alcohol and nightlife. However, drinking is okay, but you need to drink in the right places. It is unacceptable and punishable to drink in public places, even beaches. And with a license, you are allowed to purchase alcohol at a store. And but be careful that the police are always watching. They will be blending in dressed as civilians, and being drunk in public can lead to sentences of 6 months in jail and hefty fines. But the rule has a significant change in this regard on 7 November 2020, which is quite recent. The consumption of alcohol is no longer a criminal offense, and a license is no longer required for residents or tourists. The change are part of the country's drive to attract Western tourists and businesses, despite the strict Sharia-based legal systems, and the law will boost the country's economic and social standing and consolidate the UAE's principles of tolerance. Last but not least, global terrorism and financial crisis have always huge impact on tourism industry. Dubai's liberal attitude towards alcohol and nightlife could cause some offense to some Dubai residents and could make Dubai a potential target for certain groups of terrorists. While all economies, developed, emerging, and underdeveloped countries are having serious tourism problems because of a financial crisis. Therefore, with this crisis, people, they don't stop traveling, but they just change the way they think about it. They don't look anymore for luxury and for expensive places. Instead, they prefer cheaper ones because their incomes have drastically decreased. Okay, so this is all from me. Thank you.
Thanks, Jenny, for your insightful speech. Last, Alex will propose some recommendations and introduce the development and main characteristics of tourism in Dubai and Turkey.
One of the recommendations that we can offer the Dubai government is in terms of improving its city's development is by reducing the cost of living. Being the 58th most expensive city to live in, the government should reassess its steps in providing a balanced livelihood of working wages and ethical practices and living costs for the working class locals to be given a higher quality of life. Apart from tourists and expatriates, it is just as important for the government to be taking care of its people's well-being in order to improve the level of happiness and satisfaction all around. For example, according to Forbes, Lisbon, Portugal is one of the most affordable cities in the world, with a couple being able to live there and survive with just $2,200 a month, which includes quality professional healthcare and high safety rating, whereas the cost of living for a single person in Dubai is over $2,700 a month. Thus, it is very important for the government to ensure the balanced livelihood and cost of living in the city for the people there. Another recommendation is for Dubai to create more indoor tourist spots for the summer season, with the city being ranked number 6 in the greatest cities list along with plenty of outdoor activities. Dubai is making the best out of its hot desert climate by ensuring the livability of both its indoor and outdoor environment. In the summer heat, the city would seem more appealing with more indoor tourist attractions provided by the government to escape its 40 degrees Celsius scorching heat. Some suggestions of indoor attractions can include the addition of more planetariums, art galleries, and theaters. One example of adapting one's tourism to its climate is Scotland, where they have provided a list of places for tourists to visit in case of the constant rain in the country, including a visit to a whiskey distillery, a chance to climb aboard a historic ship, and even an outdoor climbing wall for the adventure seekers. Other than that, the Dubai government should push for more preservation of historical buildings, as well as designing more Bedouin-style constructions to help increase the city's self-identity. Because of the lack of historical buildings and overall traditional atmosphere in this modern city, the government should take note on preserving the already existing buildings that are rife with history and tradition. By doing this, tourists who come to explore will leave knowing much more about the foundations of what Dubai is created under with its rich history, while having the opportunity to bask in the 21st century postmodern architecture of the city. For example, some of the famously preserved historical sites include the Pyramids of Giza, the Colosseum in Rome, and the Parthenon in Athens. These monuments help greatly in contributing to the tourism sector, calling for everyone worldwide to experience the beauty of these ancient structures and ruins. Another example of a historical city is Rome in Italy. This 3,000-year-old city is known for being a historical landmark filled with old buildings dating back to the 2nd century BC, which is the Athenian Pantheon. Dubai should preserve, manage, and make monuments out of the history it has, and teach tourists that besides skyscrapers, they also live their history. The Dubai government should also think about constructing more oasis-inspired Bedouin-style buildings and tourist attractions to function as a replicating highlight of Dubai's historical importance of the traditional Persian architecture. Because although modern architecture is revolutionary, but as the saying goes, old is gold. When it comes to the main characteristics of Dubai, there are a few that stand out, and one of them is the lightning speed development of skyscrapers. Back in 1979, Dubai only had one building stretching over 148 meters, which was the Dubai Trade Center, also known as the city's first skyscraper. But now, in 2020, it has more than 140 skyscrapers, ranging higher than 150 meters tall, including the 828-meter Burj Khalifa and the 425-meter Marina 101, as well as the 917 high-rise buildings all across the city. Other than that, Dubai is also a city of modern architecture, with the sites in Dubai being not more than 30 years old. This sudden and rapid development began in the late 1990s, 1999 specifically, when Dubai experienced a massive skyscraper building boom due to the oil reserves that pushed the Dubai government into converting the city into a tourist hub today. Third one is Dubai is a haven of vertical cities. With Burj Khalifa and Burj Al Arab, Dubai is filled with mega structures, including the world's biggest shopping mall, containing over 1,200 stores. A vertical city is an entire human habitat contained in a skyscraper whereby people would live, work, go to school, and even receive medical attention and medical health care in the same building. Lastly, Dubai is known as an oasis of luxury hotels. Dubai has a great amount of luxury hotels increasing throughout the years, making the city known for exuding extravagance and class. There are now over 100 five-star hotel properties with over 40,000 rooms in the populous city of 3 million people. With hotels like Atlantis the Palm boasting 1,500 rooms, and also hotels like JW Marriott Marquis Dubai with over 1,600 rooms. Now, let's make a comparison between Dubai and Turkey in terms of characteristics in their tourism industries. With Turkey, this country is rich with historical sites from the old empires, with Istanbul being the capital of the three different empires of Roman, Byzantine, and Ottoman. It makes absolute sense as to why the city is of great history and cultural importance. For example, some of these sites include Göbekli Tepe, which is the world's oldest known megaliths dating back to the 10th millennium BC. Another is Ephesus, an ancient port city that has survived multiple attacks throughout history and even housed the Temple of Artemis, which was one of the 7 ancient wonders of the world. Turkey is also a sanctuary of ancient religious architecture, with the sites in Istanbul being centuries old. For example, Blue Mosque, also known as the Sultan Ahmet Mosque, was one of the most important structures of the Ottoman history, instructed by Sultan Ahmet, who wanted to boost morale after losing the war with Persia in 1605. Another historical building is the Hagia Sophia, which is an iconic Byzantine structure built as a Christian church by the Emperor Justinian I in the year 537. The building has been transformed into a mosque, then a museum, before settling as a mosque. Another characteristic of Turkey tourism is the range of beach vacations along the coasts of the Aegean and Mediterranean Ocean in Antalya, also known as the tourism capital of Turkey. The country has 436 blue-flagged beaches ready for tourists all year round. One of the most famous beaches include Patara, which is also an ancient city that has ruins from the Lycian Empire from 2,000 years ago. Finally, Turkey is also known as one of the biggest shopping centers in the European region due to the development of malls and shopping centers such as Savahir Mall, which is the biggest mall in Europe today. Now, there are over 320 plus shopping malls in Turkey, attracting tourists to travel and shop until they drop. Clearly, there is a distinct difference between Dubai and Turkey when it comes to tourism. However, they are both countries with contrasting focuses and plans for the future. Therefore, as a tourist, it is best if we can visit both so we can experience the ultimate regional experience.
That was a great seminar. Dubai is so beautiful.
I don't want to go home yet.
Maybe we don't have to. Maybe we can go somewhere else.
Somewhere else?
I heard pretty good things about Turkey. Why don't we go there?
That's actually what I was thinking. Do you want to come with us?
Take out your mobile and answer some Kahoot questions.
And win a trip to Turkey with us. Let's go!
Yay!